Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Oh, hey there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media, and today I am doing yet another random Oscar facts type video, like my last one with the writing and directing winners that didn't win Best Picture, things in that vein. I have a few of them set up, so if you like that stuff, subscribe. If you don't, subscribe anyways. Do me a favor. Today's video is about double acting nominees, which is when a acting category has two nominees from the same film, not once, but twice in the same category. The reason I thought of this is because the Best Supporting Actor category this year has what seems to be a surprisingly strong chance of having this happen, where if you look at the Golden Globe nominations, there is a double acting nomination there. And the Critics' Choice Awards, there is a double acting nomination there. But there are 6 nominees, so it makes it a little funky. But there are a very good chance that 4 actors from 2 movies in one category will happen. So let's essentially just dig into what is the Best Supporting Actor category this year. The front runner so far, and deservedly so, is everyone's favorite person ever at the moment, Ke Huy Quan from Everything Everywhere All at Once. His comeback narrative is strong as hell, not to mention his performance in the film, which is essentially the male lead role of the film, but Michelle Yeoh is definitely the lead character, so you can argue him being in supporting, but he definitely has a better chance of winning here. He's won over 20 Critics Awards so far. He's essentially sweeping. I think he lost 1 or 2 of them to Brendan Gleeson from Banshees of Inisherin, who is one of the potential double acting nominees. Brendan Gleeson and Barry Keoghan from Banshees of Inisherin were both nominated for Golden Globe and Critics' Choice so far, and they've both been nominated for a slew of Critics Awards together as well. But not only them, we have the Fabelmans boys, as I call them. The Banshee boys and the Fabelmans boys. The Fabelmans boys are Paul Dano, who is very overdue for his first Oscar nomination. It's a very subdued role from what I've heard. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. Comes out on Blu-ray on the 17th, so at least I'll get to see it before the Oscars. But it's a bigger role, but it's very internal, which the Oscars don't sometimes go for. I prefer performances like that a lot of the times. And then you have Judd Hirsch of Sharknado 2 fame, who was previously nominated for the Best Picture winning Ordinary People, who actually lost Best Supporting Actor in a double nomination for that film against his co-star Timothy Hutton, who was absolutely the lead actor in that film and was only put in supporting because of his young age. But it worked out for him because he won, so whatever. But Judd Hirsch, even though he only has 9 minutes of a very good screen time, apparently, in The Fabelmans, and Paul Dano have a very strong chance of both being nominated on top of the Banshee boys, who seem more of a sure thing, Brendan and Barry. But, enough about that. I was wondering, hey, has this ever happened before? And it was surprisingly difficult to research if it had or not, because you try to look these things up and it brings up everything else but what you want. But oddly enough, it has happened one other time in 94 years, and it happened 1949, which was a year that I talked about in my previous video about the writer-director winners that lost Best Picture, so a lot of weird shit going on back in those days. 2 of the nominees in 1949 for Best Supporting Actress were Celeste Holm and Elsa Lanchester for the film Come to the Stable. Yes, I am reading it off the screen because it's a lot of weird long names that I don't know by heart. And Ethel Barrymore and Ethel Waters, lots of Ethels back in the 40s, were both nominated for the film Pinky. Yet all 4 of those actresses, who were double nominated, lost to Mercedes McCambridge, who won for the Best Picture winning All the King's Men, which lost writing and directing, per my last video. So, interesting. Will this double nomination thing happen again? Who knows? There is a likely chance, but like I said, will someone else sneak in? Will Brad Pitt get in for Babylon, who is personally my favorite part of that movie, and it's the only character I even kind of gave a shit about, to be honest. He could be nominated for that movie and bump one of the Banshee boys out, or the Fabelmans boys out, most likely. Or could Ben Whishaw, who was expected to get nominated for damn near everything for Women Talking, who has been snubbed for everything so far, Could he sneak up at the last minute? Because he will probably get in at the BAFTAs, because British things. And the BAFTAs and the Oscars have some voting overlap. So that can't hurt his chances. I'll just put it that way. But whether or not the double nomination thing does happen for only the second time in 94 years, I'd say the odds are pretty slim. Probably about 1 in 94.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.